welcome to this explainer. Today we're doing something just a little bit different. We're going to be decoding the dense, lightning-fast gaming terminology and honestly, the intense emotional warfare hidden right inside M. Suzuki's track GG Easy. If you've literally ever felt your blood pressure spike during an online match, gripped a super sweaty controller, or just wondered what on earth gamers are actually shouting into their headsets, well, stick around. We are breaking the code. All right, to start us off, just listen to this incredibly raw lyric from the track. It says, "I hate this, I need this." I mean, it so brilliantly illustrates the bizarre, intense, and totally contradictory digital relationship that we're about to explore today. It perfectly captures that constant push and pull of online competitive gaming. It's aggressive, sure, but it's also incredibly vulnerable. And as we all know, it is highly, highly addictive. So here is our roadmap for breaking down this toxic cycle. We'll start with Section 1. Welcome to the game, then 2, the mechanics of defeat, 3, toxicity and rage quitting, and finally 4, the obsession rent-free. Let's get into it. Okay, Section 1, welcome to the game. So, right out of the gate, the narrator starts out highly confident. They're talking about a new skin, left step, right slide, and this perfectly simulates the absolutely chaotic sensory input of dropping into a competitive match, right? You've got flashing lights, rapid movements, just sheer breakneck speed. You were completely fueled by adrenaline, maybe entirely too much Mountain Dew, and you've got your brand new cosmetic gear equipped. Dodging left and right, you feel basically untouchable. You're typing in all caps, talking trash in the chat, and feeling like an absolute gaming god. We've all been there. All right, moving right along to Section 2, mechanics of defeat. Now, the player's ego takes a massive hit right here. Notice the incredibly rapid shift in tone. Literally seconds ago, they were claiming they were playing flawlessly. I was fine, I was clean. But man, the exact moment they face any real friction, they start making immediate excuses about the opponent's sheer power. The vulnerability kicks in, but it's instantly masked by an excuse. It's actually kind of funny how quickly the fragility takes over. And the crucial term we need to look at here is OP, which stands for overpowered. Now, this isn't just gaming shorthand, guys. It is a deeply ingrained psychological defense mechanism. When a player says someone or something is OP, they are essentially claiming the opponent is unfairly strong, rather than simply admitting, hey, I got outplayed. It's basically a way to protect a severely bruised ego by pointing the finger directly at the game's balance. The logic is pretty simple. It wasn't my lack of skill, no way. It was your overpowered character. Faced with this overwhelming power difference, the match abruptly and painfully ends. The realization washes over the player, and they drop the inevitable 2 letters, looking like GG. So what's so fascinating here is how the term GG, which means good game, has really evolved over the years. I mean, it started out as this polite digital handshake, akin to lining up and high-fiving the opposing team after a Little League match. But in this context, it absolutely weaponizes into a toxic, sarcastic declaration. It means you have been hopelessly crushed. When someone types GG easy, they're saying, good game, that was incredibly easy. It is entirely designed to sting, for sure. Which brings us to Section 3, toxicity and rage quitting. You really have to notice the stark duality of the player's mindset right here. On the outside, they project this aggressive indifference, acting super tough, daring people to report them, completely shrugging off whatever is happening in the chat. But internally, it's complete helplessness. They say, I hate this, I need this, and no control, you got me by soul. They are hooked on the adrenaline. They're trapped in a cycle they literally can't break, even when it's causing them active distress and leading them like one step closer to just smashing a keyboard against a wall. Let's actually take a closer look at the specific hostility being thrown around in the game's chat interface. Because wow, the community turns on the loser instantly. The lyric says it all. Chat says uninstall. Telling someone to uninstall is, without a doubt, the ultimate gaming dismissal. It's a highly, highly toxic way to project a bruised ego onto the opponent. Because think about it. You aren't just saying they lost a match. You are telling them they are fundamentally unfit to even participate. You're saying they don't even belong in the digital arena, and they should just completely erase the game from their hard drive entirely. It is absolutely brutal. So, in a desperate attempt to regain some semblance of control after quitting, the narrator lashes out at the fundamental game mechanics themselves. Just listen to the frantic repetition in the lyrics here. Nerf you, nerf you, nerf you, you're too broken.
I mean, that is pure, unfiltered frustration just boiling over.
And these two terms perfectly encapsulate the blame game we were talking about earlier. To nerf something means the developers need to intentionally weaken a game mechanic because it's just way too strong. And to call something broken means a mechanic is so unfairly powerful that it literally ruins the integrity of the game. So by crying out that the opponent needs a nerf because they are broken, the player once again completely avoids vulnerability. They're blaming the game's code, demanding the developer step in and fix it, rather than ever actually looking at their own lack of skill.
Okay, section 4, the obsession, rent-free. Even after the screen goes completely dark and the headset is tossed on the desk, the opponent's absolute dominance just lingers intensely in the player's mind. No sleep, no peace. That adrenaline crash leaves them totally exposed, just ruminating on the loss in the dead of night. The really crucial concept to grasp here is the idea of living rent-free. This is when someone occupies your thoughts entirely, without your permission, and honestly, without any effort on their part. The agonizing irony of it all, the victor is out there somewhere, probably not even remembering the match, just moving on with their life. But they're living rent-free in the loser's head. It causes this torturous, sleepless mix of anger, embarrassment, and just total obsession. The game continues in their mind long, long after the servers actually disconnect. And this lingering obsession, well, it culminates in an incredibly desperate, vulnerable plea regarding their in-game humiliation. That tough, trash-talking exterior we saw earlier completely shatters here when they say, "Don't clip that, don't post that." Now, to clip something means saving a short video recording of a specific gameplay moment. It's often used to highlight and share an incredible play, sure, but much more devastatingly, it's used to share an embarrassing defeat. The sheer panic of being clipped and having their absolute failure immortalized online for literally everyone to laugh at, well, it shows exactly how deep the digital humiliation really goes. It's not just about losing privately anymore. It's about public, permanent shame. So let's pull all of this together and actually map out this toxic cycle. Step 1, you load in super confident, you talk a bunch of trash. Step 2, you get totally beaten by someone you immediately claim is OP or broken. Step 3, you rage quit, probably telling them to uninstall. But then, inevitably, come step 4, the opponent sends another game invite. And despite all the humiliation, the adrenaline keeps us clicking accept invite again and again and again. Like the lyric says, you hate it, but you need it. After decoding this relentless cycle of pride, toxic anger, and deep digital obsession hiding behind everyday phrases like GG and OP, it leaves us with one final, kind of provocative thought to consider. Next time you log on, rage at a broken mechanic, or let a random opponent live rent-free in your head, you really have to stop and ask yourself, are we playing the game, or is the game actually playing us?